What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be customizing these AJKO Union lows. This is the perfect canvas to customize. I'm going to show you guys how to completely dye these sneakers and make new swooshes out of new material. So without further ado, let's get it started. First things first, we're going to take out the laces, insoles, and remove the swooshes. We don't need any of that stuff right now. All prepped, let's go straight into dyeing. We got a bucket of some really hot water, our sandstone Rit Dye. We're gonna mix it up real well, put the shoes inside, let it sit for a good 30 minutes until we get the tone we want. When it comes to dyeing sneakers with different materials, you never really know what you're gonna get. The way the color dyes the materials is going to vary based on how long you leave the shoes inside the dye tank. 2 minutes is going to look very different compared to 10 minutes. Just keep a close eye as you go to ensure you get the tones you want, and keep in mind, after you rinse out the dye and let them dry, the colors might be a lot lighter. Alright guys, we got the shoes out of the dye tank, we washed them and fully let them dry. These are the results. Honestly, not what I was expecting. The sandstone tone was supposed to be more of a brown beige tone. The canvas got that, but the rest of the materials did not. It's just weird how some of the materials on this shoe react differently to the dye, but I think it looks sick, so we're gonna run with it. The next step is creating some new custom swooshes. The old ones are cool, but we're gonna make some new ones out of this custom shiny pink patent leather. It's some nice stuff. We're gonna use the original swooshes as our pattern. We're gonna lay them down, trace them out, then cut them. We'll start by using a heat removable pen to trace out the original swoosh. Then after I cut them, if I need to, I'll remove the ink with the heat gun. There's two ways you can go about cutting out leather. You can use an X-Acto knife or some leather scissors. If you're using the X-Acto, just make sure the blade is sharp, and during the cut, don't pick up the X-Acto knife until the cut is fully done with one motion. The scissors also work great, you just gotta take your time. I like to use both methods depending on the material I'm cutting. Got the swooshes fully cut out, they look perfect. Next step is adding Velcro to them. Originally I bought some Velcro from the store. It didn't really work out because of the strong adhesive. I tried it on off camera on the swoosh. I sewed it with the sewing machine and it was gunking on my needle. So if you guys plan on going that route and buying some Velcro, I recommend buying some without the adhesive. So plan B, we're gonna be using the Velcro from the original suede swooshes. We're gonna be using a seam ripper to remove the suede. Now we're gonna apply them onto the pink patent leather. Before we sew them on, we're gonna apply some glue. We're gonna apply the glue to both sides, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then we'll stick it together. Glue is fully cured, we're gonna heat it up so we can stick it together. Velcro's been applied, now to lock it in, we're gonna stitch them up using the post bed. The machine I'm using is called the post bed sewing machine. I use it for all types of projects like sewing on tongue texture shoes, simulated stitching, and even full recon builds. The one I have is a Texo 830, but any post bed should do the trick. The only tip I have here is to be patient and keep your eye on the needle to get clean, consistent lines. Remember, practice makes perfect. Real quick with the hammer, we're gonna fan down the stitching before we apply it onto the shoes. Swooshes are complete. The pink goes perfectly with the pink and the brown on the rest of the shoes. The next step we're gonna focus on is the sole. The Rit Dye did a great job of turning it pink. However, 90% of the time it's inconsistent. If you look at this shoe, there's a lot of different spots from the factory. Some areas it's darker than the others. There's a couple of white spots. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do is tape right at the stitch line and the bottom outsole, so we just hit the middle section of the midsole. All taped up. For this custom mixed paint, all I use is white with a couple of drops of hot pink. Let's lay it down with the airbrush. That was quick and easy. All I did was add a couple of quick coats all around the shoe to even out the tone. In person, it looks a lot better. Next step we gotta do is lace them up. There's a few different options we could go with. We could go with some cream, pinks, or browns. Ultimately, I think the brown laces are gonna look the best. Let's lace them up. All right, everybody, that is gonna bring us to an end on these custom Union AJKO ones. Honestly, expect the unexpected when it comes to Rit Dye. I would have never thought I was gonna get brown and pink tones from using sandstone dye, but honestly, this is a mistake that I'm not complaining about. I love the brown, I love the pink, it all tied in together nicely. When it comes to the Union Low, it's a perfect shoe to customize. The white canvas makes it super easy to dye with any Rit Dye tone, and making custom swooshes was not hard at all. All you need is a different material, Velcro, a sewing machine, and all you gotta do is put them together. If you guys ever run into the issue that I did and get an inconsistent blotchy midsole, all you gotta do is match the tone, tape it off, and hit it with the airbrush a couple of times. It'll make a world of a difference. I'm a huge fan of these AJKO lows. I'm looking forward to see what else Union does in the future. Maybe these customs will spark them some ideas. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something. This is Vick Almighty. I'll catch you guys next Monday. See you guys.